What I like about this podcast is anything goes. So anything goes.
And we know that between the two of us,
So I think we should drink to that.
I think we should toast to that.
Because anything goes.
I want to really get an understanding of how you got to where you are today. I mean, I really, first and foremost, I want to find out who the real Richard Merk is. I mean, what your background is, how you got started. I understand you started very young in showbiz, so.
I started singing when I was 9 years old.
9.
And that was in Aduana, Intramuros, which is called CBN Studios, which is the sister company of ABS-CBN. I sang in many singing contests, amateur contests, until I landed in a show called Operetang Putol Putol, which is a comedy. You read the scripts.
Yeah.
There's a live audience. So my role was, we were a lot. There was Nora Honor, there was Edgar Mortiz, there was the late Jay Lagan, Perla Dea, Justice, Esperanza Fabon, so many.
And how old were you when this show, first kicked off?
I was 9, 10,
Wow.
11.
Really?
And
Amazing.
aside from that show, my first movie was with Sampaguita Pictures.
The famous Sampaguita.
I was a prince for a movie called Mga Espada ng Rubitania.
Don't they call you the Prince of Jazz already anyway? Aren't you known? Aren't you the Prince of Jazz?
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah. And your family, I mean, your mother, God rest her soul.
My mother's the queen of jazz. God bless her soul.
God bless her soul.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it all from her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got the genes.
You certainly did, and
Yeah.
I had the ultimate pleasure and honor of.
You met her.
Of course, spending some.
You heard her.
Wonderful time. I've heard her on several occasions, and she's known from Manila to New York and
Well,
back.
she's watching from above.
I hope so, man. I hope she
You
blesses
know,
our show tonight.
There's
sure
a
she is.
very
I'm
strong
sure she
signal
is.
up there.
From our lips to her ears, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, based on your mother being the queen of jazz, was it something always in your family that you started singing young, 9 years old? I mean, was it because of your mother
No.
who inspired you? I mean, how did you
No.
first get inspired to?
I did not grow up with my mom because she was traveling.
Okay.
It was my grandmother, my dear grandmother, who pushed me in all amateur contests,
Okay.
singing contests.
Uh-huh.
Come on, just sing there, So, okay, I sing and I win. I have a prize money. I give it to my grandmother. So I put food on the table too.
You have, by the way, one of the most powerful and amazing presence. Not only your presence, but your voice on stage. I mean, I've also had the pleasure of watching a lot of your shows and having a lot of fun. Where anything goes. But you have this voice that you must have been singing from
I actually sang everything.
Yeah.
I'm a Beatles fan.
Really.
My first songs were, I don't know if you know this song, but one of my first songs were Sitting in the Park, Waiting for You. That's one.
Yep.
And then the Beatles, Who Knows How Long I Love You.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Beatles song. And then when I joined the band in 83, it was Sangkatutak Band. It's called Sangkatutak Band.
In 1983.
Yes, 1983 at Reno's club in, they used to call it Dewey Boulevard.
Dewey, of course. I just graduated from high
Now
school.
it's called
yeah.
Rojas Boulevard.
Yeah, Rojas Boulevard. Dewey
So it was Dewey, and then I would sing a lot of Elton John songs there. As a folk singer, my salary was 40. No, first in Vibes, 10 pesos, 3 sets. And then I jumped from 10 pesos to 40 pesos in Call House as a folk singer. Then I jumped to 60 pesos for 3 sets in my father's mustache.
I remember
And
that
then the
place.
band, 80 pesos a night. But I would do 3 days. So that's
Yeah.
240.
Yeah.
So I get 240 4 times a month. And that's good enough.
You even had your own bar, right? Merk's bar?
Yes, that came later. We decided to put up the bar at Greenbelt 3, at the 3rd floor of Greenbelt 3. It's called Merk's Bar Bistro. And we had different bands every night. 6 days a week, different bands every night.
That was big time, that bar, Merk.
Oh, it was packed.
Packed every night.
It was packed every night. I was there every night except Sundays.
Wow.
I would go there at 3 o'clock to talk and pep talk my crew,
Yeah.
and then that's an hour, 3 to 4, and then after 3 to 4 pep talk, I would go around the area of Greenbelt and come back during happy hour and have a beer, and later on the place is packed every night.
You know, Merk's bar was what? How many years?
About almost 8.
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. And then, you know, I mean, you've been famously married to, I mean, if I may say, anything goes here, right?
Yeah.
To Nora Honor.
Yes,
you've
we were married in Vegas.
in Vegas. Yeah. What's the story? How did that all go?
Well, we were watching Tom Jones in I think Bally's Hotel in Las Vegas, and then after the show, she just asked me, "Let's get married."
The famous Nora Honor.
The superstar.
Superstar Nora Honor.
So I said, "Okay,
Yeah.
no problem."
Why not?
So
Anything goes.
We only had 5 minutes left of traveling, going to the city hall, because you need a permit. You have no problem with the chapels. The chapels are all open 24 hours, but you need a permit from the city hall. So we made it in seconds to be able to acquire the permit.
Uh-huh.
And then we got married at Silver Chapel.
Silver Chapel. I think that's a famous chapel.
Yeah, it's a famous chapel,
Yeah.
Silver Chapel.
In Vegas.
Hmm.
Wow. And what happened in Vegas stayed in Vegas.
That's what happened. It stayed in Vegas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, that must have been a crazy time in your life as well, huh?
it was crazy because, to be honest with you, not all the fans of Nora agreed on our relationship.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they wanted Tirso, they wanted Boyet. I mean, you know, the husband Boyet. And
Uh-huh.
So
everyone's like shocked you came back.
no. So all the fans are scattered, like Tirso, Boyet, and Kokoy's fans with her. What's left with me is the few that loves me, to be with her. So okay, and the superstar Guy, I call her Guy.
Guy, yeah, right.
You know, Guy always told me not to read that newspaper, the small newspaper,
The tabloid.
the tabloid. Don't ever read the tabloids. So, but then I read, and I saw some bad news.
Really?
Yeah, that I taught her drugs, which I never did. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I never taught her to take drugs.
Right.
So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, that's part of.
I was
life in
very-
showbiz also.
I was
right?
very upset because
Yeah.
I'm actually mad. I was very mad because it was untrue. It was degrading
Yeah.
to my
So they said you were the guy
who taught
who
her.
taught her, yeah. And
I
that's
never-
in the tabloids and everything.
I never did.
Right. And you know the thing I noticed about you, Rich, is you take you take everything, with gratitude, and you're very, prayerful, and you're spiritual, and you're always thanking God, and leaning on Him. And I'm sure
Because I really do.
I know. I know. I mean, we go to prayer groups every now and then, and I can join you guys. But it must be a very, it must have, even back then. Were you like that even from a long time ago, or?
I've always believed in God because my grandmother would take me to masses every Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes 2 churches
Really?
at one time. 2 masses. So I got used to it. I didn't like it at first when I was a kid because you're standing there, you're sitting down. But then now is a different time. I'm so grateful to God.
Yes.
I open up my heart to God. I belong to God.
Yep.
That's who I am now.
That's,
I have my daughter living with me, Maria Merk. And by the way, my ex-wife, the mother of my daughter, Mana, passed away last year,
Right.
September 22. So God bless her loving soul. May she rest in peace. But things like this really happen.
Amen. Yep. Yeah, I mean that was a long relationship as well, right?
It was 19 years.
19 years. Yeah. I mean, it must be, it must be right. It's hard right now to talk about it and everything. I don't want to.
No, I'm fine now.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm fine now as long as I can take care of my daughter. I'm fine.
And you're very blessed to have Mana, staying with you now.
It's a blessing.
It's an incredible blessing. She's an amazing girl, by the way.
Incredible blessing.
Yeah, amazing. She's an amazing young lady.
She's studying now, taking up culinary arts at
Yeah.
STI.
Yep.
She got a scholarship, and that's great.
Yeah.
One thing that God gave me on earth is our friends.
Absolutely. And there's nothing better.
I have so many friends, and they have saved me many times. Cross the bridge. They have. Like I nearly lost my foot. My right leg was almost amputated. And who helped me? My friends. They would ask for my bank account number, and I would just see a lot of money in my account. It's all my friends. Even now, they still keep calling and say, "Do you need anything?"
Amazing friend.
Like Jose Marichan last week. Richard, do you need something?
The famous Jose Marichan.
The famous Christmas balladeer, Jose Marichan.
Yeah.
So he called me. He's my good friend. He says, "Do you need anything?" Well, don't be shy. Just tell me.
That's amazing.
Well, I do.
That is amazing.
And then he'd ask how much, and then the next day the check is there, and
Unbelievable.
I love my friends. Most of the down parts of my life was written in a song.
You wrote the song?
No. She commissioned
She
two
commissioned.
2 people.
Wow.
Von de Guzman wrote the melody. Ompong Remigio wrote the lyrics.
Wow.
I want the people to hear what I recorded, and it's called Isa Pang Pagkakataon, meaning one more chance.
One more chance. Beautiful. One more. So we have a little bit. This is a surprise for even me. We have the pleasure of Richard Merk doing a couple of songs for us. So please take it away, Richard Merk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sa dami ng pinagdaanan, paulit-ulit na pagkakamali, hindi masisisi kung ako'y pagsawaan. Ipapatawad mo pa kaya muli? Pag-ibig mo ay di hahayaang masayang, masayang. Isa pang pagkakataon ang hinihiling ngayon. Kakayanin kong umahon sa bawat agos ng panahon. Iiwanan ang nagdaan, ibabalik ang nasayang. Mabigyan lamang ng isa pang pagkakataon. Tama lang na ako'y mahirapan sa buhay kong aking pinabayaan. Ngunit patuloy pa ring umaasa. Sa puso mo ako'y mayroong puwang. Pag-ibig mo ay di hayaang masayang, masayang. Isa pang pagkakataon ang hinihiling ngayon. Kakayanin kong umahon sa bawat agos ng panahon. Iiwanan ang nagdaan, ibabalik ang nasayang. Mabigyan lamang ng isa pang pagkakataon. Isa pang pagkakataon ang hinihiling ngayon. Masdan mo akong umahon sa bawat agos ng panahon. Iiwanan ang nagdaan, tatawirin ko ang hangganan. Mabigyan lamang ng isa pang pagkakataon. Walang masasayang sa ibibigay na pagkakataon.